Hey, good morning guys, it's the Tech Prepper. Hope you're all doing well. This is not the video I wanted to film today. I was planning on delivering a JSA Call 101 video for you guys. That is coming, but I ran into a little problem. I finally ended up cooking my, my QDX transceiver after running it for 12 to 24 hours per day for well over a month in my shack. My shack is in my garage. We're approaching our summer months and we're running into temperatures in excess of 90 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, the microblogging architecture that I showed you a couple of videos back, that also, I believe, had something to do with it, mostly because of the long duty cycles of me serving content over RF. Every time I serve up a listing of the blogs, it takes me about 2.5 minutes on transmit, and then serving up a individual blog is about that same. So I pushed that little QDX way too hard. The plan is to repair it. So with that said, my shack has been always very modest, mostly because I'm a field operator and the radio will come and go. Right now I have the Yaesu 2980R, which is a VHF monoband rig, and I have moved over my equipment into the house. You can actually see the coax there is actually fished through, and we're going to go ahead and jump into my home office. So the plan probably for the next week or so, or maybe week and a half, is to transition all of my equipment into the house. And I kind of want to take you on that journey. So think of this as I don't know, what do you call it? Reality TV for amateur radio. So I've been blessed that this has been here for 3 years, but I've grown out of it. So the plan is to, you guys have never seen my garage. It's a 3-car garage, but I've got built-ins all the way across there and have always wanted to be able to have this be my shack, but there's just no way of cooling this properly. So I need to identify along this set of cabinetry here, the location that will go into my office. So the plan is to get the feed line coming from one of the vents there, running it up over the wall. I already have holes drilled into the cabinetry, drop that down, and then I'll put a pass-through. So I'm probably going to switch to LMR 400 for both bringing in VHF and UHF into the house. So I'm actually pretty lucky that my home office is next to the adjoining wall. So a few things here. Right now I have been temporarily running for a couple days the coax into the house. My wife absolutely hates this. This is my MCOM tools development workstation. Right now, this is essentially what was in my shack. We've got the Panasonic FZM1 with the dock and the keyboard, and I am running the Yaesu FT897D for the digital mode. So that'll be the station that I'll use for JSA Call. And then we've got my work set up over there. So the plan for today, before my wife wakes up, is to take out this bookshelf, pull this bad boy out, take out the chair, clear this area, and I'm going to go ahead and take the desk that we had in the shack and bring that over. Now, in terms of doing this for the first go around, I want something that I can grow into. So like I said, I've got the antennas on the west side of my property coming in through here. I've got the VHF Yagi and the Chameleon Chaw Lefts 8010. So right now, this is the best way to get the coax in. So for those of you who are new to this, I'm also new to doing this for the first time. It'll be fun because I'm going to get the drywall saw out. We're going to do some measurements. And the way that I'm going to do it is I bought some wall plates that I plan to drill with a step bit and some bulkhead SO239 connectors. Basically and I'll do a gang hole probably about, I don't know, this height here, just so that I have easy access, and I plan to put 2 SO239 bulkheads on there for VHF and UHF, and then set that hole up. Anyways, guys, this is just a really quick tour. Oh, for you guys who've noticed, this Anytone has been sitting here for about 6 months. We're going to do encryption sometime in the future, but for right now, I need to get through all of these projects. Anyway, so that's the goal, guys. Sorry for screwing up my promised schedule. With that said, I'm the Tech Prepper. Be strong, be safe, and be prepared. If you guys are still with me, I finally finished the initial setup and configuration. It's about 07:30 and my wife is still asleep, so she has not witnessed the shenanigans that were going on. In general, I do like that I'm going to be able to experiment with this configuration and layout before putting any permanent holes. As you can see, there are no unsightly coax cables outside of that little run there on the side. So it'll give me an opportunity to move things around before I finally decide. But right now, I still think the plan is to drop that wall plate roughly in this position here with the two bulkheads and then feed through some LMR 400 for both the VHF UHF line and the HF line, and then ultimately do a much better job of installing a wall plate on this side and a proper utility box that will have good grounding and probably 3 or 4 more antennas that I put on the roof. I'm looking at doing a folded terminated dipole to have a really wide-banded radio that'll work across all the amateur radio bands without a tuner. All right, guys, this is getting kind of long, but yeah, next up I will clue you into the actual install. We'll see how that goes. Again, I've never done that before. And again, apologies for not doing the JSA Call 101 video as I had promised. It's just that there's a sequence of things, and this is the sequence that makes most sense, is to be able to protect the gear, bring it in the house. And again, for the new guys, I am not a shack operator. I haven't been for 3 years. I have been mainly man-portable, so this is all new to me. So hopefully you guys are up for the journey. Continue to watch and smash that thumbs up, subscribe, do all that good stuff. And also big thanks to the Buy Me a Coffee guys. Those guys gave me a lot of tips on the setup. All right, cheers, folks.